وأصلي وأسلم على رسول الله صلاة وتسليما يليقان بالحبيب المصطفى النبي المجتبى صلوات ربي وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وتابعيه وتابعي تابعيه إلى يوم الدين. أحبتي وأحبائي في الله، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. سبحان الله وبحمده عدد خلقه ورضاء نفسه وزينة عرشه ومداد كلماته وعدد ما كان وعدد ما يكون وعدد ما سيكون وعدد الحركات والسكون. We were reciting from Surah Yasin, chapter 26, till we reach the last ayah of the whole chapter, ayah 83. فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون. And the ayah, the verse before that one, 82, إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون. The meaning, more or less, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving an order and command absolutely by Him, and He wills for something to happen or to be done, in one word of two consonants, of two letters, say kun, be, and it will be. Kun fayakun. Anything in this universe, whether it's small, huge, humongous, whatever, kun fayakun. Though a lot of people will be arguing the nature laws and this and that, and I don't take any of the. We respect what science is telling us, but again and again, above and beyond anything happening in this universe, kun fayakun, and I can prove it to you, inshallah Rabbil Alameen, while I'm talking. This week, I had one of the best experience ever. I would love for anyone who's busy reading or reciting or doing anything, even praying, put everything aside. Even the Quran you're having in your hand. You hear me? No, some sisters do not yet. Anyhow, one of the most experience I have ever had in my life, and I would love to share it with you to see how Allah is planning for things to be done. Kun fayakun, be, and it would be. And how, when it comes to human being, as all of us would be. And the people who are involved in this situation or this issue are two people. Happened for me to be one of them. And the other person be in that situation with me happened to be Dr. Ernesto, the professor at McAllister College. Briefly, I would like to share with you how Allah is planning for things, and it is beyond our expectation, beyond anything you can ever think, whatever. Briefly, Dr. Ernesto emailed me saying that, Dr. Hamdi, I'm interested in Islam. Allahu Akbar. What can I do? Can we talk? Can you help me? Can I find out, what I should be doing in my journey, and so on and so forth? I said to myself, Ya Allah, are you giving me one of the best gifts ever during the month of Ramadan to meet Dr. Ernesto and talk about his journey to come to Islam? I said, okay, fine. I replied to his email, yes, we can meet. And I was debating with myself where we can meet, how we can meet. for how long we can meet, giving the month of Ramadan, fasting, and so on and so forth. And I said, I'll do it this way. Where we can meet Dr. Ernesto, and he said, St. Paul area, and he gave me the address. I said, okay. I would ask him, so can we meet in a middle road? Far away in St. Paul, and I'm here in Northeast. I said, no, I will go all the way, because I want to be rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I took upon myself to go. I checked the GPS and MapQuest and everything, and I drove, and I get lost. Road construction, you name it. Forgive my disability in figuring out my way and so on and so forth, how I can read the direction and so anyhow. I was lost for 66 minutes. Wallahi, and you're laughing. And every time I look at my watch, and by the way, I couldn't do it on my own. I stopped by a shopping area, and it happened to go to the store who's selling that phone. A young lady just looked and say, sir, Google it, and she gave me the direction, and I was about 7 miles away from the location I would be meeting him. Okay? And I said, okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I said, Ya Allah, convince Dr. Ernesto to be so patient and wait for me not to leave. When I reach my destination, when I go and look for him, I hope he would be there. I reached my destination, I opened the door, and I was looking, I found someone from his back. From his back, he did not see me. He just turned around and looked at me and said, Dr. Hamdi, I say, Dr. Ernesto, I say, okay, good to meet you. Thanks God, I'm glad he's here. Oh Allah, would you make him patient to stay with me? Maybe a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, in order to sit down and talk. And I was so eager to hear from him his journey to Islam. And as I told him, and as I'm telling you, I love to learn. I never claim that I'm a scholar of Islam, I know everything, I have the knowledge, I got to, no. I love to learn from anyone around me, and this is actually what would enrich my knowledge and my dedication to Islam, wallahi. So anyhow, we choose a place in that coffee shop. By the way, if you would like to know what the coffee shop name is, can I tell? Dancing Goat Coffee Shop. I asked Dr. Ernesto, would you tell me where did get this name from? He told me, the story behind it and so on and so forth. We sit down and we talk. And he's like the majority of us, left his country, Mexico, to have his education in California. Once he's done with his education in California, applied for a job, McAllister College, wonderful way, accepted him, appointed him as a professor. He gets his tenureship track, so congratulate him. And we sit down and talk, and I say, tell me about your journey to Islam. How did you know about me in the first place? Why me? Why you email me? Oh, I have a friend of mine who never be in the Twin Cities anymore, McAllister College, but I communicated with her after she left, asked her, I want to talk to someone about my journey in Islam. And I said, Dr. Hamdi, call him, here is his email. And some other people said, oh, Dr. Hamdi, I said, I'm so delighted. I'm so thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So grateful to him. We met. And we sit down and talk and listening and listening and listening. Allah has something. Whether he himself planned for it or myself planned for it to go and meet with him, Allah is his own plan. إنك لا تهدي من أحببت ولكن الله يهدي من يشاء والله أعلم بالمهتدين. Addressing the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace be upon him, Muhammad, even if you try to convince your uncle, who is the greatest support for you left among Meccan people at that time, You convince him to come to Islam, you will never be able to convince him to come to Islam unless and until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills for that person to come to Islam. And Abu Talib died before coming to Islam. The last minute of his life, asking him, uncle, say it. Let me hear it from you. Admit you accept Islam, and I will be a witness for you in this dunya and akhirah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to him that ayah of the Quran, إِنَّكَ لَن تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ وَاللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ بِالْمُهْتَدِينَ. Muhammad, you will never be able to guide anyone to come to Islam unless Allah wills for that person to come to Islam, and Allah knows who would be helped to come to Islam in here. Dr. Ernest did his best to come to Islam. How many years had been studying Islam? Studying Islam. Dr. Ernest, 5 years? 5 years. 5 years. Though this is not his area of his specialization, by the way. Has nothing to do with Islam, has nothing to do with Arab culture and so on and so forth, but he's studying. And when I thought of him, and I thought of many of you in here who came to Islam earlier, without pointing a finger to anyone in here, someone is laughing, years back and recently, and I think about the journey of each and every single one of them. I said to myself, I need at least 2 sabbatical years to document my experience with those wonderful people who came to Islam, how they came to Islam, and first and foremost, why they came to Islam. Why they came to Islam. What they are looking for in Islam. Especially when you ask them, but what is your previous experience with your affiliation in either Christianity or Judaism? Christianity with all denomination of it, or Judaism with all factions of it, or being atheist, or being Buddhist, or being, Hindu, whatever. What I learned from all of these, especially studying also those very well-known figures who came to Islam, especially in this country, just to mention Hamza Yusuf, Zaid Shakir, Yusuf Eustace. So fascinating, wallahi. And when I look at some figures and some research and some articles, Islam is the fastest growing religion, not only in North America, but all over the world. The fastest. How? And why? And we're not Jehovah Witness, may Allah forgive me, knocking doors and say, oh, here's some pamphlet about Jehovah Witness, that to believe in this, or some other people, going to some countries and convincing people by building hospitals and schools and this and that, and Christianize, and we do not do this. And I'm, for anyone in here who came to Islam with my experience with, or recently one like Sister Victoria, or even Dr. Ernest, did you feel me any time under circumstances I am pushing you for Islam? Allah, most of the time, and many imams in here would blame me for this. I say, how come if someone comes to you and say, I want to come to Islam, and you tell them, no, don't rush it. No, take it easy. Let's sit down, let's talk, let's discuss. Let's make sure you're not only 100% convinced about Islam, and so on and so forth, because this is a decision. And the very common theme I had from all of them when I talked to them why you came to Islam, and no exception, they would say, the second I utter that ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, I bear witness that there is no God worthy of worship. I will never take any partners or associate with him. And I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger and the prophet and the seal of all prophets and messengers. The second I say ashhadu, I feel tremendously that I am a newborn person. What do you mean, a newborn person? All of the past I had, totally, absolutely forgiven. I'm not held accountable for anything I did. I do not even have to think about it anymore. Bad things, awful things, sins and this and that. I am here for you, Allah. I do have a new chapter in my life. I would like to make sure that whatever I add to this chapter would be in my good deeds. So that's why your experience, their experience, would be the best ever to study and learn from. I don't have to worry about what happened to me in the past, or what I did in the past, or what made me do what I did in the past, or how I come to all of these. Now I have the guidance, and I have the revelation, and I have the Quran, and I have the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I have to follow. But here is the point I would love for my brothers and sisters and my Muslim community. When we have such people coming to Islam, I wasn't really hesitant to say, Dr. Ernesto, by the way, do you mind if you come and witness us and see us first hand experience to see who we are, what we're doing during the month of Ramadan, when break our fasting. Before I finish it, yes, I accept the invitation. I would love to come. And I said, okay, come on Saturday. Though we met in Tuesday? Tuesday. And in the back of my mind, I never wallahi thought, he would say, I'm going to meet crazy people, fasting the whole day, and no food and no drink. What they are doing to themselves. Are they tortured? When I even, we're talking about fast, I say, don't worry about it. I will do my best. And at night, be indulged in a prayer like now, till midnight or beyond, or we're going to stay till Fajr time, till 3:30 in the morning, worshiping Allah. And this is how to purify our soul, to be more connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tonight I was so happy and so delighted while we're having our iftar with my dearest brother, Ustad Farouqi, and asked me, I say, Dr. Hamdi, what does it mean, the word Taraweeh? That Taraweeh, that night prayer. Great question. It is to train ourselves, our soul, our heart, our mind, our body, to purify all of the above in connection with Allah at night in our prayer. This is the meaning of it. This is the meaning of it. Physically, standing, bowing down, prostration, coming up, sitting down, listening to me. Mentally, I think about what is going on. Psychologically, emotionally, this is a wonderful way to connect and see and to purify my soul and my heart during that night prayer, while everyone now, maybe some of them already slept for 5 hours, but they are in bed since 7 o'clock while we're here. But I'm sure it never came to his mind what they are doing, because he's taking that journey seriously to Islam. By the way, he did not find such a thing. I'm not going to mention what was his previous affiliation. He didn't find it. But again, the point I was trying to make, how we, with an open heart, with a great soul, with a wonderful mind, we welcome our brothers and sisters to be mingled in our community. It's really unfortunate, and I have to be honest with you, some of them would feel that you do not belong. No, not at all. If Prophet Muhammad ﷺ at his time, he welcomed the most, the poorest, the slaves, those who came from very disadvantaged situation within Quraysh people in Mecca or coming from outside Mecca, and look at them as much better than him. Not you're a slave and now you're coming to Islam to dignify you or anything. No. Respect them, salute them, welcome them, honor them, looking at them much better than himself. This is the way we should. And I'm sure you have welcomed Dr. Ernest really well tonight. He tried your wonderful food. He's so happy about it. Though maybe next time I will ask him to cook us a Mexican dish to try. He might. Though they do have a variety of things. So, by the help, by the grace, by the mercy, by the forgiveness, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I would love for all of you to welcome Dr. Ernest among us. And I will keep you up with his journey. And he would love to come more and more and more and to learn more and more and more. Thank you so much for coming. But first and foremost, we're thankful and grateful to him who sent you to us. This is a privilege. This is one of his bounties we should be appreciative for. And especially when he decided, wallahi, don't take it this way when it came to me, but he came to your masjid, Masjid Al-Iman, the Mosque of Faith, the Islamic Community Center of Minnesota, that you have established, that you have been taking care of, that you have been supporting tremendously, without mentioning names, yesterday and today, without mentioning that name, wallahi. Go shopping, bring to the masjid all kinds of food we need for our suhoor and for, wallahi, without asking. And he's blaming me. I'm not going to mention his name, but please make special dua for him. Why don't you ask me to bring more? If this is your masjid, this is your mosque, you take care of it the way you should. So that's why his choice in here to come, not to go to the other 67 masajid in Minnesota, but pick up only Masjid Al-Iman. This is by itself a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not for me or being here the Imam. La wallahi, don't take it this way. It is you. It is your dedication. It is your support. It is the establishment of this wonderful place. Jazakumullah khairan. May Allah reward all of you the best, inshallah, during that night of Qadr, inshallah. Thank you so much again, Dr. Ernest. I'm sorry if I kept you for those 7-10 minutes. I know you're about to leave, but feel free to leave now, and I would love to see you more. Okay? We're exchanging a lot of email, thinking, and reflecting, and asking questions, and answering questions. And I promise him again and again and again, I would be learning from him a lot. I am his student now, but not officially registered at McAllister College, but in his own private school to learn from him about himself and about Islam. May Allah reward you the best. May Allah reward all of you the best. Tonight, inshallah, make a special supplication for him and for that brother who donated the food and for anyone who donated to the masjid, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.